I was gonna say,
nice.
You're like a really hairy dude.
I
You
am.
got a lot of hair on you, man.
Dude, are we started, by the way? Is this going?
I'm gonna start it right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is Shot 30 Podcast, and I am Shay Newbert. And sitting across from me today is Mr. Jake McDowell. Jake, you're a hairy guy.
I am a very hairy guy. The hair is it's new. Like I've had a beard ever since I got out of the military, but I've always even before the military I had short hair, but I'm like, maybe I look really hot with long hair. So I'm like,
so what do you think?
Right now I hate it.
I'll tell you,
dude,
I think you're a handsome guy. I can't believe. Okay, so when this guy walked into my house, I mean, I've seen you at stand up and stuff before. Jake is a stand up comic, and he's also like the most. You have the most like sexual pictured Instagram I've ever seen in my entire life. I just want to get that off my chest.
Well, thank you.
But okay, I was gonna say that I was shocked by how like big you are. I never stood right beside you.
Oh yeah,
and you're like
I am a large man.
6'9", right?
Yeah, pretty 6'4".
6'4". Okay, yeah. Dude, we have my buddy, his name's Joe Fox. He comes on here and he eats all these hot peppers and we do all these stupid food challenges. And he is like, I mean, he just towers me.
The smelliest shit, I bet.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, he does. He does. I don't. But no, we took a picture. We had a group of friends over at the house one day, and all my friends are so much taller than me. Yeah. So I looked like a 5-year-old standing with like the Ravens offensive line. Like I looked like an idiot.
Like a Make-A-Wish Foundation type of thing.
Dude, they signed
these are my friends.
They signed my football for me.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
5'8"? Okay.
5'8", and well, right now I'm like, and so also what. You're way big into this fitness world. I know you like. Yeah, have been on and off like a little bit.
So here's the thing. I love fitness.
Mm-hmm.
I've not like my biggest issue in the fitness world is that I am not great about the nutrition aspect. But yeah, I've worked out 4 or 5 days a week every week, with the exception of like part of quarantine. But like. Yeah, for like the last 5 years or so.
What'd you say? You said you had put on like 30 pounds from COVID or something like that?
Yeah, dude.
That's impressive. I did too.
Dude, I quit working out and I was on unemployment. So, and like the reason like I try not to drink. I don't want to say like I don't drink very often. But for a while there, I was drinking like every day, all day, because I didn't have fucking anything else to do. And I think that was the biggest thing. Like I didn't have to worry about working, and so I just ate like an asshole, and I just drank every day.
Dude, it makes watching movies funner.
It does. It does. You don't feel so bad about doing nothing when you're just drunk. You're like, I couldn't do anything right now if I wanted to. So
yeah, dude. Well, I really loved all those movies being released early. Like I thought that was the coolest thing ever on TV. Yeah. Instead of my fat ass sitting in the movie theater, my fat ass is sitting at home eating and drinking twice as much as I would there because it's like a quarter the price.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I've been doing so. I got when I tell people I'm like a recovering junkie and like current CrossFit junkie. Like that's like mostly what most of my days consist of. Is
now, do you train some people and stuff?
I do not train anybody. I have a buddy that I've like, put through some workouts and kind of, that kind of stuff. But like, I don't do it like as a job or anything. So
are you going to, have you ever competed in any of those fitness?
Yeah, I've done a few.
Like CrossFit?
Yeah. I always get last, but man, like, dude, I fucking love it.
Who cares about that?
Yeah.
Dude, I just can't get over that. Man, those guys are in impeccable shape. They're in impeccable shape. And everybody in like the powerlifting world, they always want to shit on CrossFit or whatever. Yeah. I've never understood where
you don't shit on CrossFit?
I don't shit on. I mean, what? It's just people working out. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just a different style.
It is. I think, like, and honestly, I think both sides have valid points because I think we all kind of make fun of each other a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, congratulations, you can bench 400 pounds, now go run a mile,
Oh, yeah, go back and forth.
But then, yeah, obviously, like, I'm not fucking benching 400 pounds. Like,
Can you dunk?
I can't. No.
You can't? Have you ever been able to?
No.
Oh, no.
Hops, dude.
It's probably because you wear those boots, man.
Probably.
It's those boots.
If I took the boots off, I probably could. But
Can you touch the rim?
Yeah.
Okay. So, drop a little bit of weight, start working on the jumping, some ankle weights, dude. You'll be slamming it down. How old are you?
37.
37, so your NBA contract's right around the corner.
Right.
Yeah. Wait till 38. Wait till 38. Everything's going to happen for you in the NBA.
Yeah. Dude.
At least
count down to 38, right?
Dude, at least there'll be no fans there to criticize you. If you can't dunk and you make it to the NBA at 38, it's going to be a remarkable story.
They're like, 2020 happened, so I guess anything is possible, right? Like,
dude, it was just a snowstorm here a few minutes ago. Hey, and Shot 30 Podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, CastBox, all those things, and YouTube if you're just listening to it on the apps. And thank you guys for leaving the reviews and sharing and doing all those things. It's awesome, and we're getting a ton of good feedback from you awesome people. Thank you again.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I know you're like running the show. How long have you been doing this podcast, man?
Well, okay, so it started, after I got, really messed up with powerlifting. I got really, really hurt.
Did you?
Yeah, and so I stopped.
I'm sorry for laughing. When you said mess up, I was thinking you were talking about like getting drunk or something. I didn't know that you injured yourself. I didn't mean to laugh at your pain.
It's okay. It's okay. But I got really, really injured, and I was working at the prison at the time, and I was kind of feeling like I was on top of the world, and I don't know. That was my whole world. That's all I did. And then after that, some time went by, and then I started making the skits, and then I started doing stand up, and I kept trying to make a podcast. We kept trying. Me and my wife Timmery made 60 episodes.
No shit.
And never posted one of them because I just didn't feel like it was right. And then finally one day I was like, let's do it. And then we started with a couple goofy ones. This is about a year and a half ago, and and right now, over the past few months, we've really seen some really good boosts, in 17 countries, and
no shit.
Yeah, we were in the top 10 in 3 different countries in comedy podcasts, in the Philippines, in Australia, and in the United Kingdom. Yeah, and so those were really cool.
Shout out to Mike Adralis,
Yeah, dude. Well, I really fucked up.
And a comedian.
I tried to get him on here. He said, "How many viewers you get?" That's all he said to me. I was like, damn, dude, this guy's an asshole.
He is kind of an asshole.
But
he's a funny asshole, but he's an asshole.
We did this episode. I was like, hey, I want to say thank you to all the people in the Philippines, so I'm going to use this time to apologize again. But about 5 minutes later, we were talking about turtles, me and this guy. And I was like, you ever seen those weird-ass people that eat, turtle soup? They suck it out. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's, in the Philippines. And then I sat here and went, oh, shit. And I was like, are we moving forward or are we moving backward? But I'm sorry to the Philippines for saying that. And I still feel bad to this day.
It's kind of weird to us, but maybe turtle soup is delicious.
Yeah. Well, this guy that was sitting across from me was talking about eating maggots.
Oh, why?
He said that it's better than Twizzlers with a little cheddar cheese on them. And I had nothing. I I ate a scorpion on here one time. A dead
one.
Yeah, and they
have
salt
a little chili or something on
They
it.
salted a little bit. Nastiest thing I ever did.
Really?
Oh, dude, I could not. The claw. I'm pretty sure it came alive for a moment because I felt it bite me, but I may have been going nuts. My heart was racing the whole time.
So one of the things I'm interested in, especially in the fitness world, is alternative protein sources, and just I guess alternative I guess it kind of falls into alternative medicine a little bit, but just different ways to for recovery, because part of my background is I'm a massage therapist, and so I love just kind of figuring out how the body works, and obviously different bodies work differently, right? But,
absolutely.
But I was really looking into cricket nutrition because crickets are something their bodies are 57% protein.
Wait, the bug?
Yeah.
I was like,
dude.
Well, I thought you were talking about this, the steam press thing that makes these things.
No.
I was like, what the hell is that?
You're this guy doesn't make any sense. I regret this decision immediately. No, the bugs are they're just They're like low calorie, full of protein.
Can you learn anything from them? Did you learn anything?
From the crickets? I didn't talk to them.
I thought you were doing this independent research.
Oh, no. I was just like, well, I guess kind of. I was just like, well, like, how much are they? And like, is this like, is this something I'm interested in? And I still haven't like been the bullet, but like a lot of people do it. Like a lot of people like just eat crickets as part of their protein source.
Oh, I thought you were saying like comparing your body to a cricket's body.
No,
like what they intake and their fitness level. They have 0% body fat. Dude,
you think ants are strong? You should look at crickets. Dude.
Yeah, dude,
9,000 times their body weight.
Dude, 22-inch biceps on a cricket. 22 like millimeter biceps. That'd still be way too big, dude. That cricket would be jacked. So.
How big are your body? You got big arms, dude? Or
I've got okay arms now. Back then, the biggest my arms were like 21s. They were. Holy shit, when you see some of the pictures, man. I mean that's one of them up there. That's my competing time too.
Yeah.
But I was really, really, really big. Dude. I'm 5'8". I was able to dunk then.
No shit.
I could run sub 4.4 40. I was.
What?
I did everything.
Who are you, dude?
I would do, if you would go back on my Instagram, you would be like, what is this slug sitting across from me now?
No, I mean, like, even now, like, you look like a strong guy, like. It
was weird. I competed in strongman. I pulled a semi that was 40,000 pounds. Yeah, like, I had never done strongman before I showed up to a meet and placed third. And second place would have sent me to qualify for a pro event. I played some semi-pro football. Like I don't know. I just wanted to do everything. I wanted to try everything. And when I was in the best shape of my life, I just wanted to do it all. And And then I get taken out by floor mats. My floor mats ripped while I was deadlifting 700 and it was like 765, I think. Floor mats ripped right down the middle. My leg shot out and it just shattered my whole foot.
Holy shit.
The floor mat company calls me that night, the actual floor mat company, because I was a really accomplished powerlifter. I was really getting good at it.
Yeah.
And they offered me $5,000 to sign this contract and never post the video or take the video down. I was like, okay, cool. And then I get a lawyer call me the next day. Hey, do not sign anything. I was like, I already did. I just cashed $5,000. He's like, oh God, you didn't even wait on it. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah,
you could have been a millionaire right now.
Fuck, I wish.
An accomplished powerlifter and a millionaire.
Yeah, and a terrible podcaster. Did you have a podcast at one point, or do you? It was called Taco Tuesday? Is that correct?
So we've gone through a bunch of different name changes. We haven't been very active recently just because, like, with COVID. So I do it with two other guys, Ian Heaton and Brandon Gale. Mm-hmm. Ian, like a joking nickname is like Ian Four Jobs because the guy always has like 3 or 4 different jobs. Like he's a paraeducator during the day and then he has like 2 or 3 bartending jobs at night.
Okay.
And then Brandon is a stay-at-home dad, and he's got 2 kids and like everybody's just busy. But yeah, we did
stay-at-home dad. That's a gig I'm trying to. That's it,
dude. That's kind of what I thought, but like from the sounds of it, like he's busy all the time,
Oh yeah,
because he's got like his wife works a lot of hours, so he like does all the laundry and cleaning and cooking and bathing the kids and wiping their butts and all that shit,
Yeah.
So we just haven't.
Still sounds like a pretty good gig to me.
You're like, yeah, I would do that. I'm okay with it. But yeah, we've done it for a few years now, man. For a while, we were doing it like we were posting every week, for about a year, I think.
Where can you find the stuff? Is it on?
Yeah, it's on. You can find it on Spotify. You said Taco Tuesday, which was our old name. We're the Breakfast Lads Tribunal. I think it's on iTunes.
What was that? The Breakfast what?
Breakfast Lads Tribunal.
Tribunal. Okay,
yeah, that's a fancy word.
For a dumb guy.
Tribe or something. I don't know.
For me, it's too fancy for me to understand. But we'll find the link and we'll drop it up on here. We'll put
one of those nerds came up with it. I don't fucking know. But yeah, we're on everywhere you can find podcasts.
What kind of podcast is it?
It's like I don't know. It's about anything and nothing, I guess. Like we really don't have like a set format. We kind of. It's a lot of like current events, I guess, and we just talk a bunch of shit about people. Really,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I can dig it.
Yeah,
Stevie just started a podcast. I love his logo. Did you see his logo?
I did.
Oh,
I'm. Every time I see him, like usually he's drunk. He's like, "Oh man, I can't wait to get you on the show," and then he hasn't asked me to be on the show yet because he's an asshole.
He hasn't asked me either, and I tried to help him do everything to get started up. He hasn't asked me either.
And he's been on your show. Like,
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
The least that he can do.
Yeah, no, actually, he talked about me saying that on his podcast because I listened to it. He talked about me on there saying he's trying to send all the gay people to my podcast so he can get the gay drama on Shot 30. That's word for word what he said.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know, but hey, I'll take any gay drama. Any gay person's more than welcome on my podcast at any time, Stevie. Yeah. If you have if there's a problem that they can't be on your podcast, maybe that's between you and God, boy.
He's such a fucking character, man.
Oh God, he's crazy. He's a complete sweetheart too. At the same time,
he is. He's like this weird mix of like.
You think he'd be
country
straight up,
and hood and like he listens to Wu-Tang while he's like bow hunting.
Yeah.
You're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, he's got a dip in on one side and a fat rolled blunt on the other.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, he's taking shots of Jim Beam and drinking White Claws, and you're like,
yeah.
What?
He mixes his White Claw with Hennessy. Dude.
Yep.
That's hilarious, man. So how long have you been doing stand-up?
That's a tricky question. I guess, so technically I've been doing it like coming up on 9 years, but I took like a 3 or 4 year hiatus to do heroin.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, I think like altogether I've probably been...
Why didn't you put the two together? It sounds like a lot of comics take off when they do that.
They also die. And I was lucky to not be one of those. Like, I just would have been a dead, non-famous comedian. I mean, right now I'm an alive, non-famous comedian. But, yeah, no, I just, I guess I've been doing stand-up like 6 or 7 years now.
Just in the QC, or you kind of go all over the place?
Just like locally for the most part. I think the furthest away, I did a show in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Which was cool. I've done some shows in like Nashville and but mostly like, not like at a comedy club or anything, just like friends put together. And I've been like, I did a show in a town of like 400 6 hours away in Iowa. Like I didn't even know that you could go that far in Iowa. And still be in Iowa, but
you have to go there and then back.
It's like maybe it was like 4 hours. It was like so long, dude. And I swear the entire town came for this show. Like it was standing room only. And it was a great show, but it was like, it almost wasn't worth it to drive there because like you drove 4 hours. I think we made like $125, which
paid for
in the comedy world is like nice, but like then I had to like it was like 8 hours of traveling to do 20 minutes of time.
I really do wish that You know, especially with the COVID time, things are getting very weird. Like we had Mary Quite Contrary. She has the burlesque shows. Yeah,
I love Mary.
She came on here and she talked about how she usually does 30 shows a year or something like that. She's done 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and her last show she was only able to do it with a maximum crowd of 50 in a place that holds 500. And then, like Travis, he's a drag queen and he goes by Cinnamon.
Okay.
And he was on the show and he said that he was like doing drag all the time and he doesn't get to do much at all anymore.
Yeah. It's so weird when this started, a lot of my friends, cuz I know a lot of like people who are like what I call like pre-famous, like they will probably make it, assuming that COVID lets them, but like they were all doing like Zoom shows and I was like, I will never in a million years do a fucking Zoom show. Not that I have anything against Zoom. I think like you should be creative and innovative where you can, but like for me, like comedy is such like a personal thing and like I kind of thrive off the audience, So if I'm just like, it would be like if you're like, hey, do 20 minutes right now, but then you left. And so I'm just like doing comedy to myself.
It's like jerking off without porn.
It's like jerking off to the Bible. You're like, this feels so wrong. Like, this is the opposite of what you're supposed to be doing.
There's not even pictures. It's just words.
I'm like, he whipped her, and you want me?
Yeah, you just
supposed to be excited by that.
Read that one line over and over again. God.
Like, you've only got 4 minutes left. Hurry up.
So I got conned into. There's a really big comic. You'll see him all over the place here soon. He was just in Time Magazine. He is really blowing up. He's really big on TikTok. His name's Brandon Rainwater. He's out of North Carolina.
Okay.
And me and him have just talked and got to know each other through like skits and stuff. And he asked me to do this Zoom comedy show, and I was like, okay.
Oh, nice.
And then he was like, hey, it's going to be a paid gig. And you guys need to come up with a team. I was like, okay, cool. And so I was like, okay, Calvin Reed. It was going to be like a roast, and Calvin Reed and my other buddy JD, who's been doing stand up down in LA.
Okay.
And who gets booted off the stage for Marlon Wayans Jr. The Marlon Wayne, the son, is becoming real big in stand up right now.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He gets booted off the stage by that guy every single day. But on that aside. So we go to do this show, and they're like, hey, right, the day before, hey, my whole audience is all adult, like, kid friendly. And we're like, oh, shit. And my material, nothing I do is kid kid friendly. And so I was like, oh, shit. So I'm telling these guys, Calvin's like, oh, motherfucker, what am I going to do? Like, he's losing it. JD's like, Shane, what did you sign me up for, man? And so we write these kid-friendly jokes. We start this show out, dude. This woman, she goes, hey, your podcast looks like the No Pussy Podcast, you fat fucking ugly shit. And we went, dude, we literally wrote 6-year-old jokes. Like, we wrote porta potty jokes. Like, it was bad.
Who was this lady? So wait, did you say this was a roast?
Yeah, so it was a team of 3 against our team of 3. It was so dumb, dude. And we got but they all knew each other,
right? And
they were like, "Oh shoot, we're gonna let them say whatever they want." And as we wrote up kid jokes, it was pretty ugly move.
Oh, that's shitty, dude.
Oh, I got real by the end of that call. I was sitting here just drunk as piss. I was like, just whatever. Yeah, just whatever, man.
Dude.
It was bad. It was a rough one. It was a tough one.
I've never heard of a PG-13 roast.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dumbest. Brandon, if you listen to this, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, I mean, they came out with nothing that was PG whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I made a joke about what's that guy's name? I can't even remember. I've deleted that whole night from my. But the one guy off Mr. Deeds with the bug eyes. What's his name again?
Oh,
the one that looks like Pete Davidson, like his dad.
Are you talking about Mr. Bean?
No, not Mr. Bean.
I can't remember.
Oh my god, I cannot remember. His always eyes, like he's got
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
I made this joke because this one guy had eyes bugging out, like literally. And I was like, damn, dude. I said, are you getting cast in the Mr. Deeds remake? And they were like, no, you can't do that. Dude, it was almost comical in the fact that they did that to us.
It's almost like you got set up, dude.
Oh, we totally did. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we got set up. It was bad. Dude, we're making fart jokes. What the fuck? And then we had nothing written.
You look like you smell like dog turds.
Yeah, dude. After the first few minutes went by, we're like, we're fucked, guys. We just looked at each other like.
Did you get paid though?
Yeah, we got paid.
All right. Well,
yeah. I mean, 2 hours of my life, and it lasted 2 hours, an hour and a half. Oh, it was bad.
Oh, it was just you two teams.
Yeah, and then they changed the rules in the middle. They're like, all right, now here's the free time where you get to go at anybody or whatever. We're like, what in the hell? It was bad.
Oh, man.
At the end of the day, it was bad. But you want to know what's not bad? Hey, Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies. You saw all those beautiful cakes she was just making. They are incredible. And she's back at it. She's taking orders for Halloween. You better put them in quick. And then she's taking Thanksgiving and Christmas orders. Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies. Visit her on Facebook and Instagram today. And also go check out her TikTok. That girl's got... She's got the magic wand out when it comes to cakes. Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies. Dude,
I love Mrs. Newbie's.
Dude, incredible.
Never had it, but I love it already.
Oh, my God. Wait till you see it. Incredible.
Where is she at?
She's located about one story up. So my wife, Mrs. Newbie's, put it together. But she is the most talented cake decorator I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she makes everything from scratch. She made all these cakes for our party. It was awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah. She gets busy and stays busy. I don't even like cake anymore. Like at this point, I do not like cake anymore.
I bet.
But so, what do you do right now?
I am a delivery driver for FedEx.
Damn,
for the Federal Express.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you ever been bit by a dog? Is the rumors true?
Well, I have not, but there have been some like.
Can you
like some worrying encounters where like the hairs were standing up on the back of their necks, and I was like, I might get in a fight with this dog, you know? And like I know I'm gonna lose, but I'm like, I'm not just gonna like get bit. It's a weird thing because you're at work, but also like you have to, like you don't want to get fucked up, you know?
There's so many questions I want to ask you. Like
ask them all, dude.
Has anybody ever been like, hey, my dryer's broken. Could you?
Not yet.
you're waiting.
I hope so.
You want me to start going to the houses beforehand and breaking people's dryers?
Please, absolutely.
We'll pick and choose.
Jake, why did your route take 12 hours today? No idea.
You only had one package. He's like, yeah, so did they. What made you want to get into stand-up?
Man, that's such a complicated question, but I will attempt it. I guess the first thing is I thought it was funny until I did my first open mic, and which I realized I was not funny at all.
Where'd you do your first open?
So, what the fuck is the name of the theater? You know the place that was across the street from the Speakeasy that closed down recently?
Yes, I cannot remember what its name is.
I don't know why I can't remember, but they used to do an open mic there.
Not Adler.
No.
What the fuck? I can't remember. Who cares?
But they used to do like a monthly open mic, and I remember like I had started like writing jokes because. So I went to school when I went to college. I went for English, and like I love writing, you know. Mm-hmm. So I was like doing a lot of like short stories and stuff, and like got pretty good at that. But then I just kind of got bored with it, and I was like, I feel like I'm funny. So I started writing jokes, and I remember I did like a few jokes that I was like, it's probably like 10 minutes. I'll just do like whatever 5 is. Mm-hmm. I think it was over in like 3.5 minutes, and
you just spit it out.
It was bad too. Like, you know, because you just like when you first start, you don't realize like.
Do you remember
how much?
Do you remember one of your jokes from your first set?
I don't remember any of the jokes. I remember I talked about like. Football players and like smacking asses like in the locker room, like super hacky premise, and like I didn't have anything original like to actually make it funny, you know.
I did a set about the same type of thing pretty much one day. Got booed off the stage. Dude,
I had a joke, so like I had this experience in Chicago where this pigeon like almost attacked me, so I started writing a joke about how I was gonna like freeze time and like kill this pigeon that fucked with me. And like everybody just looked at me in horror, kind of like you're doing right now. They're just like, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? And like my history in life is anything that I don't do well, like right away, I'm like, fuck that thing, you know? Mm-hmm. And, but for some reason, man, it was just like, well, you know, it's like exhilarating to go up on stage and like
absolutely
have everybody staring at you, you know? And I was like, I still think I can do this. And so, yeah, I kept trying and eventually like figured it out a little bit, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
When I first did my very first open mic, man, it went so. I wrote my jokes in the parking lot. Decided we were gonna go do an open mic, me and my wife, and I was like, okay.
Did she do it too?
No.
No.
No. She just bought me a lot of drinks before I went up. And so I went up and I'm on the stage. I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, all right. Hey, there's like 9 people in here. I'm going to make somebody laugh. And I was like, so by a show of hands, how many people have ever masturbated in a movie theater? I said, so just me? I said, so just one? And the place... dead silent. And I'll never forget it too. I was like, and then I said, you want to know the only difference in masturbating in a movie theater and masturbating at home is? At the movie theater, you don't have to clean it up. That's
actually a funny joke,
dude. I thought it was killer. I mean, I wrote it right there, and then dead silent. I was like, okay. I was like, you guys want to know that? I said something else about the butter being lube. I said you don't even have to squirt lube on your hand. You just reach into the popcorn or whatever. And then I turned it like it was dead silent, and one guy just went, I'll give you a laugh, man. And he chuckled. I said, I know that there's been at least 2 people who have done it. I was like, that's it for me tonight, guys. I'm out of here. I told Tamara, I was like, we got to get the fuck out of here. I don't want anybody to take a picture of me right now.
Dude, that reminds me, I did this show. I think this was, so I did this show in Chattanooga I was telling you about. And it was, have you heard of the Show Us Your Pokeballs?
Yeah.
So... right now they just do like the improv, but they used to do improv. They used to do a bunch of different stuff, but like I used to be like one of the rotating stand-up members. And so Nikki, the owner, asked me if I wanted to go to Chattanooga, and I was like, absolutely, you know, like I'm going to go. So we're doing the show, and I think I was the second comic up. There was 4 of us. So Nikki opens the show, does a few minutes, and then this guy Dustin Lee does like 15 or 20 minutes, and then I'm up next. And as I'm watching, there's this one guy, like the room is great. It's a small room. There's probably like 20, 25 people. But it's like a small room, so it kind of looks bigger, and everybody's having a great time, right? Mm-hmm. There's this one guy who is just like dead, 1,000-mile stare looking at Dustin, you know, and in my head I'm like, I'm gonna make that guy laugh. Like that's my only goal for tonight, is to make that dude laugh. And like at this point, like I've been doing stand-up for a long time. I have a tight 15 to 20 minutes. Like I feel good about it. Like it rarely doesn't work, right? And this dude, I tell my first joke, like my opening joke anytime I do stand-up is, I was driving by this church earlier and I saw this sign, which was kind of weird. The sign said, drive 25, or keep our kids alive, drive 25. And I was like, Jesus Christ, how fast do you have to go to kill those kids? And it always gets a laugh. And this dude just like, he's just staring at me. And I'm like, so I like said, so I think I did a few more jokes, and I was like, I'm going to make you laugh by the end of the thing. And he just looks at me and he's like, I'm autistic. And I like, dude, I felt I'm 6'4" and I felt like 3 foot tall. I was like, what the fuck?
Damn.
And I just felt like a biggest dick. And then he complained, he like wrote a Yelp review about us later and like complained that we were all not funny. And like, I was
damn.
Like, all right, now I don't feel so bad. You're kind of a dick. You know?
Yeah. Damn, dude. Well, that's
just remind me, like, just like that feeling of being like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, am I not funny? Like, I am funny.
Oh God. Well,
and then just to be
sucks.
like, I'm autistic, and you're like,
I'm gonna go.
Thanks for paying us.
Yeah, does this place sell drinks? Can I get 1 or 10? Yeah, dude.
Crazy, man. I love stand up. But that's like you don't remember the good times on stage generally. Like I mean, you do, but like you always are going to remember the bad times, and that's kind of what's fun to me. Is like, you know,
when at the beginning, I would eat bad sets. Like I would take them home. Like I would. It really messed me up. Bad sets would really mess me up. And then finally it was like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? And one time, I mean, I took a bad, and I've ran so many different sets that I try to pick and choose when I go different places. I'm trying to do different ones, like, so people haven't heard it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I could say one 5-10 minute set one place and then do it at another, and it kills. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. We sign up for it. We sign up for it that everyone could throw grapefruits at us. Yeah. I prefer eggplants.
For the most part, man, if I get paid, I really don't give a shit. At an open mic, I'm gonna try out new material, but for the most part of the show, whether you laugh or not, I'm still getting paid, so it's up to you, dude.
So what is your big thing with bathtubs and bubble baths and?
You talking about my Instagram?
What do you think I'm talking about? I'm not talking about the camera I have up in your house, dude.
Well, that's good.
What's your thing about bathtubs?
Baths are great, man. Yeah. You have a hot tub, dude. That's the dream, dude. I would love a hot tub because your muscles and working out, your muscles just respond to heat so well.
Yeah, well, in the summer too, we turn it into an ice tub too. We'll fill it with 20 bags of ice.
Yeah,
and then it's right in front of there, so we can watch the Bears or Cubs or whatever. Yeah, it's awesome.
Dude, I've tried to do ice baths a few times, and I'm a pussy, dude. I cannot do it. I'll get in there for 30 seconds, and I'm like, that's enough. I'm done.
But it starts to do its work right away. Honestly, yeah. I mean. But yeah, it takes a lot to get used to. Okay, so you do the baths to try to because you're sore.
Yeah. Honestly, that's it. And then I just I think how ridiculous of a picture can I take and post it on social media?
Yeah, like Red Bull.
Laugh. Huh?
Like Red Bull?
Yeah. Yeah. Or like a bowl of popcorn.
Yeah, dude. Dude, you got some hairy upper thighs, bro.
I do. Sometimes it gets in the popcorn. It's gross.
But you are you're a big cook guy. You like to cook a lot of different things, and it looks like you know what you're doing.
So I grew up working in restaurants, and I don't know. My mom was from Russia, and she just grew up making us home cooked meals. We were never a Dinty Moore or something type of family, and so when I got probably 15, 16, somewhere in high school, I just started paying attention to what she was doing, and I was able to work with her and figure out different flavor profiles and stuff like that. And so, dude, I love it all. I've got
a roast.
Yeah.
Because I pay attention to things when you post a picture of a roast. And you were supposed to be here 25 minutes ago. I was like, dude, this motherfucker's cooking right now, and he should have been here.
It's marinated.
It looked good. I mean, smart move. Now, yeah.
No, dude, I felt so bad because I was like I told you, I was Matherville's right past Milan. Milan takes 15 minutes to get there, and it was 10 till 3, and I still had to take a shower because I was sweaty from the gym, and I was like, fuck, dude.
He said, I'll be 10 minutes late. 2 hours later. No. No, we've had some people just not even show up.
Really?
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster.
So when somebody doesn't show up, do you just do the podcast anyways? Because you're I was going to be doing this, or do you just
I'm not in a good mind state. When somebody tells me, hey, we had one person. I'll give you an example. We had one person. We were doing the show. We were running this little series thing called "Why Guys Don't Get Dates." It was really funny. We had a bunch of girls come in and just talk about dating and guys, some crazy stories, whatever. And this one girl, so we booked people. It was supposed to be a 4-part series, so we actually booked people. Oh. And the girl says, "Hey, I'll be there at 4:00, let's say."
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I was like, I'll have everything ready. And I said, is there anything I can get you in particular? Because we always get you said you weren't drinking, so I didn't really worry. We have water, Crystal Lights, pop, whatever. Sure. But
you try to cater to your guests.
She was Tito's and Blue Gatorade or whatever it was. Yeah, it was Tito's and something else. I can't remember. Sprite, whatever. So we went out and got that. Had it all ready. We're sitting here. And then she goes, hey, gonna be just a few minutes late. So an hour goes by. Hey, where are you at? LOL, I got stopped. I'm on my way. Now another hour goes by. So now we're 2 hours past, and I go, if you're going to be
there were other women here that were waiting?
No, there was other, this was just her episode.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like there was like a panel or something.
So now at this point, it's somewhere around 7 o'clock at night. And I said, if you're going to be past 7, please just tell me. And I will cancel this. I can't do this. I'm also, I work full time. I've, doing this. And I take 3 college classes every 6 weeks or whatever. And so I'm really busy. Yeah. And I also have a family and a wife and food to make for kids and blah, blah, blah. But she goes, I will be there at 7 o'clock. And 7:01 hit, and I said, I don't know where the fuck you are. I said, but you're uninvited and you're not ever welcome back. Like, I just could not believe it. And she goes, well, let's just reschedule it till tomorrow. And I was like, I mean, it takes a lot to really fluster me up like that. But, yeah, we'll just do it tomorrow. Yeah, you just wasted my whole entire night. And
I'll just wait another 4 hours for you tomorrow. That sounds great. Like,
yeah, you're uninvited for forever. Yeah, for forever. I made that in caps. Made it very clear. So if you're listening out there, you scumbag, fuck off.
Yeah, you dirty B word.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for that capture.
Yeah. Got her. So do you still work at the prison?
No. I had worked at multiple prisons for a long time, and then finally I was like, it was fine job, get paid good and everything like that. But my thing is, I didn't want to be locked in there anymore. And they're forcing me to stay, doubles, forcing me to work doubles all the time, and it's driving me crazy. Yeah. And I couldn't pursue anything when I worked there. I couldn't do any of this kind of stuff. Yeah. And this is what I wanted to do. So
what do you do now?
I'm an estimator for a place called Premier Installation. Okay. And then, to the side, I do all this other stuff, and I don't know. The future is always different, and I don't know. But my wife lets me do whatever. Like, she supports me 100% in anything I do. If That's tomorrow awesome, I said, I want to be, all I want to do is go out naked and suntan my butthole, spread my, you know something about that, right?
I do. Yeah, Look, if you want to learn how to suntan your butthole, that's
a way to earn your friendship.
I did say I was into alternative medicine, and people just don't know the true healing power of a suntan butthole. But I'm here to tell you, it's magical.
Yeah, it's just like bleaching it, but better.
Yeah, it's a natural bleach.
Yeah. I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about. I just rolled into that. Hey, Shot 30 Podcast is sponsored by Conspiracy Kimonos. Get your custom-made gi for jiu-jitsu. And do you do jiu-jitsu?
I do not. No.
I don't either.
No.
But you can learn to really beat people up if you just get a custom-made gi from Conspiracy Kimonos. Visit them on Instagram today.
Yeah. Have you dude, those jiu-jitsu guys are badass, dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, my buddy, the guy who is Conspiracy Kimonos, he is a black, he just got his black belt.
Nice.
And when I was a powerlifter, I mean, I was about 265 pounds, and he was about 180.
Oh, yeah.
And he put me in this.
He worked you, I'm sure.
Oh, dude, he put me in this thing. And I had just raccoon eyes bad.
Really?
Oh, dude. And I mean, I could grab him and pull him.
Yeah.
But I could only do it for so long because, oxygen and big muscles like that, it runs out quick. Right. Yeah, dude. He whipped me up. He was good. Dude. I learned a lot from him, too, though.
Did you?
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, no, those guys are just a different class of people, man. Mm-hmm. There's a video, and the video is probably 20 or 25 years old, but this bodybuilder wanted to prove that strength was the only thing that mattered, and I think in that video he was 250, mm-hmm. and the guy that took the challenge was 150, and just worked this dude. I mean, just just put him in positions that he didn't even know he could get into, dude.
I've seen it. I've seen it a lot of times before, and I mean, being a big, strong guy, it does a lot for you. It can do a lot of things, but there's also a lot of things that come with incredible technique and knowing the way the body moves and twists and turns and all that.
Yeah. I mean, in a street fight, if you get lucky and connect, it may be over for the guy, but if you don't, then
Or if you're making love and then the person just decides in the middle that they hate you, you got to be ready, dude. And there ain't no gi to tug on, nothing. I know. Dude, you just got to figure out with that bare body what you're going to do with that other dude, you know?
This is like this is like an ad for like why women should do jujitsu, you know? Yeah. That way if they get in a situation, they can just fuck that dude up while he's naked and just embarrass him.
Well, I thought they already came up with that. If there's anything that you just shit yourself. You just, right in the middle, you just shit yourself and they're gone. They don't want no part of that.
That's a good idea. I've never thought about that.
Mm-hmm. Take a little magnesium citrate or whatever before, just blast them. Dude, I don't know. That's pretty odd.
So are you still powerlifting, man?
Well, we did...
Because you told me earlier you were at the gym. So
so I just did just some biceps, whatever. But we got really back into it for a little while, and then things started getting real crazy schedule-wise, and we kind of fell back off. But we're me and my wife.
Okay. She lifts too,
dude.
She's probably stronger than I am.
Oh my god. Okay, so when she's got a thyroid that fucks with her real bad, and so sometimes like she's like really
fatigued pretty easily.
Sometimes she's really gung-ho, sometimes like we just kind of fall off of it together, but we're trying to get it back. But she had a 365-pound deadlift, dude. She had but a few months ago we had the guys from Be Humble Gym. It's a special needs only gym.
Oh, okay.
And they came up here, they were on the podcast, and then we lifted with them after.
Awesome.
And Timmery pulled 330, so she's not even far from where she was. She benches in the 200s, with a pause, and squat. I think right now, I'm pretty sure right now she could go out there and squat 315. But yeah, she's strong.
She is stronger than me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't know. It's hard to tell like exactly where she'd be, but she is strong as fuck.
Well, I was just thinking like. I'll tell like some girls at the gym, I'll be like, "You're stronger than me," and they're like, "No, I'm not." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you like I weigh 265 pounds, and like your numbers are close to mine, and you weigh 100 pounds less than I do." So like,
I met a girl. I actually tried to get her on the podcast. She's in college now, but when I knew her, she was 15 or 16. She showed up at a powerlifting meet.
Oh, nice!
And I could not believe it. This girl is 120 pounds. And her name was Jordan Patton.
Okay.
But she gets in at 15 years old, 120 pounds, and deadlifts 405. Right now, she's, I think, 19 or 20.
What?
And she's deadlifting in the fives. And she's complete, as far as I know, I mean, of course she was then, just a complete natural, just raw strength lifter. She's beautiful, beautiful gal, too. Yeah, that's crazy.
Wild, man. Dude, I love, like, the fitness industry, and like I shouldn't say industry because that's not what's important, but like fitness in general has seen such an explosion, like with the emergence of powerlifting and powerlifting clubs and CrossFit and all that shit, dude. Like jiu-jitsu, like all of that stuff as in it, like it's so important for people, man.
And also a lot of it too stems from the fact that having these profiles like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all these dating site profiles, these are important things that people are like, well, not important things, but people think they're important.
Yeah.
So being a part of those groups like gives them a title or a position, a place. Yeah. And
I think as in a society you need that camaraderie. Like I tell people all the time, like, I don't give a shit what you do. Just do something that you'll keep doing. And for me, it's like that like group atmosphere, like that's why I like CrossFit, because if I go to the gym, like I may do what I went there to do, but I also may only do like half of it because I just get bored, but if I have somebody like to kind of push me and like have that like friendly competition with, that's kind of what I like.
The weird thing for me, and even, like looking back at it, my powerlifting, like a lot of my best days, I was just in a dead empty gym, middle of the night, no one there, and I would just lose my mind. Like I would just no music. I have a video. My like deadlift PR at this point in time was like 715 pounds, and I was just sitting there in the gym, like losing my mind, empty, and I just loaded up like 750. I was like, screw it, I'm just going to see where I'm at. And I got it. I picked it up, dude. And I got it on video too. And when I like go to like celebrate and scream, and I just go, because like, why am I gonna yell? No one's gonna hear me. Like, what do I like? What's that gonna do?
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, I'll just give a little flex for the end of the video. And I remember sprinting over to the video, like, oh my god, it's recorded, and like pressing stop like this slow because no one would ever believe me. Right. Yeah. But it was it was crazy. There's a lot of fun stuff that can happen with it, and the fun stuff that happens with it is, I mean, you get to do something better than the week before, or, you know, you see your body get stronger, or you hit a better number, you faster time, or all these things. Yeah.
That's absolutely, like, I really don't think there's a whole lot of value in like a 1 rep max type of thing, except for its ability to show you how far you've come. Right?
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
You know, for me, like, sorry about that. I'm more about like the volume work. Okay. You know, I feel like that's just a better way to build strength, you know, than just doing a bunch of like, you know, all purpose or all out effort lifts, you know. Mm-hmm. But I do there's nothing better, like you said, like loading up something that you didn't think you would hit and then hitting it, and you're like, fuck yeah, dude.
Like, yeah. Or your buddy who's been, you know that it's been on their mind, man, I just want to be hit 300 pounds or 400 pound bench. All I want to do is hit a 400 pound bench, and you watch them fail. Dude, one time I failed on, what was it? I was trying to do a 300, and I never did Olympic lifts, so I just looked like an idiot when I did them. I would just use my pure strength to get it up. Yeah. But it was like a clean, like just a power clean. Yeah. And it was 330 or 340. I was trying to do it, and I did it 16 times on a video, failed it 16 times, and then finally got it because I couldn't get my knees to get down to get underneath of it. But I could I could get it, like, I mean, I could almost row it up to my face pretty much. Yeah, right. But I could not get under it, and so I just kept dropping it, and I kept recording. That's why my phone storage was always so bad back then, dude. Yeah,
that's wild, man.
Yeah, that one was a tough one. I'm just glad I don't have those calluses rip off my hand anymore.
Dude, I love calluses, man. It's like one of my favorite things.
You love it when they rip off?
No, well, like, I don't know. Mine never really rip off. I guess they kind of tear a little bit, but
yeah, you can find some things that'll rip them off. My buddy, he's the head baseball coach of Sauk Valley's baseball team. Okay, and he had me try to, back when I was powerlifting, he had me try to hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. And so I've been there with a bat, and I'm just hacking away. Yeah. And like 30 minutes goes by. I was like, dude, I can't do this. Yeah. I take my gloves off, and all my calluses had ripped off. It looked like I had a crater in my hands. They had all ripped off inside my batting gloves, but they were so numb and raw that I had no idea.
That's no good. The one time over the summer, like once we got back into the gym, like I would be doing pull-ups, you know, and there's no AC in the gym. Mm-hmm. So it gets so hot that and I'm a sweater anyways. I swear the second I get in the gym, I start sweating. Mm-hmm. And then
I do that when I see food.
Same. But then so you couple that with summer, and I would be doing these pull-ups, and I can feel it coming off as I'm doing pull-ups, and I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna suck."
Can you do muscle-ups?
No.
Oh man, those are
not there yet,
dude. That's a really weird thing of a way to base. Like a lot of CrossFitters base a lot of strength off muscle-ups.
Yeah,
and maybe they don't anymore, but back then it was like kind of when CrossFit was really hitting the scene, and that was the big thing. Yeah, those would rip those calluses off real fast.
The thing, it's impressive. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's not impressive, but I don't think it's like an incredible test of strength because, as you know, and this is the thing a lot of people complain about is like the kipping aspect. You know, the swings.
Yeah.
You know, so you generate a lot of momentum, you know, and so if you're moderately strong, you can do it. But a strict muscle up, that's fucking impressive, dude. Like if you can just pull yourself up and then just flip your wrist over like that, holy shit, dude.
I think what is one of the craziest things in the world are those guys who are and then they'll pull himself up a little bit and then and then they like start walking up an invisible wall, dude. Like,
yeah, dude.
Some people have, that kind of that bang's a little different, Yeah, that bang's a little bit different. I wouldn't want to get into a naked jiu-jitsu sex action with that guy. I would not want to be there.
I think one of the
guy probably can control his own dick too, whichever way it moves. He's like, go to the right, and it's just like
she's like up a little. He's like, I got you.
Bigger.
Oh man, what is life?
That is life. That is life. So are you a single guy?
I am.
Yeah. And how, are you in the dating game?
Not really, man. I just don't give a shit. Honestly, like
some guys that listen to the podcast like to send us nudes. So do you
guys
want them to
do?
Yeah, some guy. Yeah.
Oh,
you did not hear that wrong.
Just one guy?
No, there's a couple.
Really?
Yeah, we've gotten some steady nudes. We got
what kind of nudes? Are they dick pics or buttholes?
I've gotten butts, but never buttholes.
Okay.
But we've got some guys and gals that they're a big fan. They just want.
Yeah, sure.
Do you want them to send them to you?
Right. Yeah, send me nudes at Jake Your Booty, or is it at Jake Your Booty too? I don't, dude.
Yeah, you better get that. You better nail that right. Let's get the.
Hold on, folks.
You don't want them to send this like them sending this to some 9-year-old schoolboy out there.
The original Jake. Oh yeah, it's Jake Your Booty 2 on Instagram.
Yeah, go to Jake Your Booty 2.
Just don't send me your butthole, please. I don't want to see that.
So you guys could share bathtub pics.
That'd be cool.
Put a little candle up.
Honestly, more so than a dick pic, I would love to see pictures of your dope bathtubs.
Yeah,
that's I'm more into that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in it too, that's fine. But like, just let me see like a good portion of the bathtub.
Dude, some people, man, I swear, I wish I had those. They have those crazy like showers and then tubs. Like, man, I wish I had that. I wish I had that kind of bread.
Have you seen those showers where like the whole ceiling is the shower and it just like falls on you like rain, dude?
Dude, I would be playing. I'd making a music video, like a nude music video, every single day, every morning. Feel the rain on your skin, dude. And I'd videotape it.
Install like different like changing lights in there, like to like go with the beat.
I'd take an umbrella in there, dude. Break it, close it, and start going. I'd be hitting it.
That's true, though, man. Like, rich people are generally so boring, Like, they need to give me their money. I will decorate, and then I'll just, like, live in the guest house that I've also decorated for myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, there's, like, two people throughout time, or, like, two real good movies that show what we'd do if we were rich. One is that Mr. Deeds.
Yep.
Mr. Deeds, and the other one was...
Blank Check.
Blank Check, wait, which one's that?
I think it was Macaulay Culkin. It was, like... this kid like backs up, or this guy backs up into this kid on a bike, and he signs his name but doesn't put in an amount, and so the kid like writes in $1 million or something, and then goes and buys a house with a pool in it, and you're like,
I do remember that one. I remember an
it's
Eddie
such a
Murphy
ridiculous
one.
Premise.
The Eddie Murphy
Coming to America. Oh, Trading Places.
Is that what it was called? Where he dies. He dies, but it wasn't his actual time to go. They like screwed it up, so then he goes. He becomes some old rich white guy, but he's a stand-up comic, and so then he becomes. Oh man, that movie's so good. I wish we were Joe Rogan's podcast. Hey Jamie, can you pull that up? Hey Mario, can you pull that up for me?
Pull it up to the scene I was talking about.
I wish we did have like a little short Italian guy named Mario in the corner. Hey Mario, can you
see if you were a rich guy, you could have that.
I'd have my Mario. And
we're fucking up, dude.
And even if Mario's like ripped, I'd still make him look that way. Yeah, dude. Mario, I'd be like, Mario, here's an extra $1,000. You're gonna look like this every single episode. But well, we just rolled through a hot hour.
Has it been an hour already?
It's been an hour.
Holy shit!
Oh shoot! I wouldn't.
Is that our cutoff?
I mean, we can keep going.
I don't care.
Usually, 40 minutes is where we. Okay, it's 20 minutes.
Do you do any editing, or is it just like raw, like what we said?
Yeah, it's pretty much raw.
Oh,
if you have something you want to...
No, I prefer it like that. Like,
I like everybody who comes on.
And
everybody who comes on the show, they're like, well, what are we going to talk about? I'm like, we're just going to talk. You
know?
And the cool thing is, like, you and me, we don't really know each other, so this is... Like just us talking and getting to know each other.
I think that this was the first time I met you, right? Have we?
I mean, I've seen you, but I think actually introduced each other. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like I like you a lot. I feel like,
I like you a lot too.
I feel like I wish I would have invited you to my Halloween party.
You fucking should have.
I mean,
this is a lot like how our podcast is we just like we start talking and like we obviously like cater if we have a guest on we'll cater to the person like we had Julian Vandervelde on so we talked about football and do you know who Julian Vandervelde is?
Nope. I guess football player.
Yeah, so he was like, and if you listen to this, Julian, and I fucked something up, let me know. But I think he was an All-American center or offensive lineman, whatever it is, at Iowa, and then he got drafted by a few different teams, and ultimately played like 2 or 3 seasons for Philadelphia. And I don't know like how much playing time he got, but now he lives here in Davenport. But like, so we talked about football and talked a lot about food because he does the strongman stuff like a QC strongman. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we talked about all that shit. But like, that's kind of I like that format, man. Like the strict like where we talk about candles, like
exactly.
Who the fuck is going to talk about candles for 40 minutes,
Exactly.
Like, I love a good candle. I'm not going to fucking talk about it for 40 minutes.
Yeah, some people go out there and and all to its own, talk about, like, photography. Like, for hours and hours and hours. And my brain's too scatterbrained to stay in one place.
That's good for them. I feel like I prefer listening to those if I'm interested in the subject, like the crime shit, like exploring like old crimes and stuff. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude! Like, talk to me about this old Italian guy who murdered 3 Swedish people in a barber shop. And it turns out
it turns out he murdered himself, and the kids actually were the killers. Whatever, right. Twist and turn my brain into every dark hole.
But like, I'm the same way. My brain just doesn't operate like that or to like be a host on a show like that.
I feel like I'd be way too monotone and dull like at that point. And we'd have comedians, we've had actors, we've had we just had the guy running his name's Thurgood Brooks.
Oh yeah, did you have him on?
Yeah, he was just on the show. We're going to try to get his episode uploaded tonight.
Nice.
But we had a state's attorney, we had singers, I don't know.
So how do you pick your people? Because I know you messaged me and was like, hey, do you want to do the podcast? And I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the people, like the Be Humble Gym episode, which Jordan's story is so incredible. Jordan, the guy who opened up this gym, for only special needs kids, don't pay a thing.
Oh, nice.
Well, he was a huge addict. Like, his story is so mind-blowing.
Really?
If you watch that episode, you better buckle your seatbelt because he talks about drinking himself to death, talks about wanting to kill himself every single day, destroying everything, leaving.
That sounds really familiar.
It's a really crazy dark story, and those kids saved his life, and now
no kidding.
Now it's like a monster ordeal, and these kids are great. We had some of the athletes on,
really,
it was really cool.
Yeah.
But we've had. One of my friends, she suffers from epilepsy on the show. We just talked about that.
That would be scary. Suffers from epilepsy and she's on your show? Like, what happens if...
Well, I've known her the whole time. She's, medical marijuana and stuff has really changed it. She went from having 400 seizures a year to 12.
Holy shit.
Yeah, down to 12.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But yeah, even thinking about some of the last few episodes, it's just random, really random all the time. Yeah, I love doing the goofy, and I like the solo cast that we do. I just come down here and sit, and I'm like, where the fuck is my brain gonna lead me? Yeah. I've led myself into some weird holes sometimes, but I just post it, whatever. If anybody doesn't want, like any guest that wants anything chopped out, I'll absolutely do that.
Yeah,
but it's just
I kind of, I think like on our podcast, like Brandon does all the like technical stuff, and so he'll edit it to include our ads. Thank you. But other than that, it's just like, if there's a minute of dead silence, then that's in there, because that's it's just like, I think it's really weird when you like, especially like I guess like at the level that we're at in our podcast, to like edit stuff to like try to make it perfect. It just doesn't fucking matter, like people. I feel like people are coming around to like this idea that like authenticity and like enjoy, like if you don't like me, then that's fine,
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm not gonna like. There's no reason to cater to what you think people's desires are, because you shouldn't project your shit onto other people, Like,
and people are gonna they're gonna like it. If somebody doesn't like it, they're not gonna listen.
Right.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And we've been really, really, really fortunate with the fact that we've had such really like diverse, really awesome guests, and then they share it. And then we maybe pick up a couple people who do like to listen to this type of podcast. So we pick up a couple people from here, a couple people from there, a couple people like from all these different groups, and which is cool because that's what this is. Our podcast is about, is just literally everything, anything and everything. And you may listen one day, and we may be talking about sports, which is, and then 5 minutes later, maybe we're talking about sunbathing buttholes. It's just that's where it's gonna go. I advise to not listen around young children, because I should put the warning.
I was gonna say we're about an hour and 5 minutes too late for that warning. But.
I used to at the beginning say when the starting. I just want to let everybody know this podcast is not for children under the age of 18. And then I was like. Maybe 17. Maybe I don't even know what today's world ages are. Because like even on TV, I don't really know what like on regular TV. I've heard them say fuck. I've seen I see butts now on TV. I don't know what the rules are with all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, we gonna close this thing out?
Sure. Let's go lift a little bit.
Yeah, let's go lift a little bit. I would love for you to come back. Dude, this is awesome. This is great. Just sitting here bantering back and forth. Maybe we'll get Stevie Mo or one of the other guys in here. We'll do a
Dude, I would love to.
Let's do a little gangbang.
Or that, whatever.
Yeah, let's take we'll get in the hot tub together.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, we'll do the episode from the hot tub.
Can we do that?
We're grown-ups.
I didn't know I don't know how technology works.
I'm pretty sure we can't put it in the water.
Okay.
But, like, this isn't actually on the table. It's actually up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we'll be okay.
That's a good point.
And then when we get in the hot tub, our heads aren't going to be under the water.
That's
so
true.
I think it should be okay.
Yeah.
This is Shot 30 Podcast. I'm Shane Newbert. That's Jake McDowell. And... Anywhere you want people to go, Jake Your Booty 2.
Jake Your Booty 2 is like, I don't know, man. It's either Jake Your Booty 2 or Jake Your Booty Bitch. Obviously on Facebook you can...
Is it your Tinder name?
I think it's my Venmo name. So if you want to Venmo me, Jake Your Booty Bitch. But yeah, just on Facebook, Jake McDowell. I don't have a comedian page for you to follow because I don't give a shit. But yeah, no, I send me a friend request. I might accept it.
And the nudes.
And tons of nudes. And
get them nudes out there.
And food. Send me food pictures too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, that's cool. Hey, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. And thank you for listening. Oh, dude, that was smooth.